Hello, all you lovely computer scientists. What we're going to do today is we're going to be showing off one of, if not the best methods for efficiency. And what it is should we have multiple selection statements in a row, so ifs and elses, we can combine them with a for loop or a while loop into just a single selection statement, saving us anywhere from 30 to 90% efficiency. So yeah, that's pretty good. In hundreds of selection statements, what you could tend to do is looping ifs. And what they are is you'll have like a for loop or while loop, and it loops going through different conditions, usually from a list. So condition list, just have it be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then result list. And what these intend to do is when the first condition is met, it will do the first result. Second condition, second result, etc., etc. So we'll just have it be one's cool, and then 2 is okay, and then we'll just put etc., etc., etc. Right? So then you might have your input. So save num equals int input enter your fave number from 1 to 4. Right? So you got your three things for the loop. Or CD for loop or while loop. So for I in range when condition list, if whatever your thing that needs to be checked, so fave num for this example, is equal to the condition list at whatever index you have, you would then do whatever you need. We're just going to print for now at the same index, which is why it's important to have your condition list and your result list, obviously under any different name you want, to have the result of each condition be at the same index. So let's just do this. Enter your fave num. Say my favorite is 2. See, 2 is okay. Or say if it's 3, etc. And you can make this as long as you want. You can make it have 900 numbers. It doesn't need to be numbers. It could be positions on a board. It could be sub-functions in the result list with inputs on the condition list for turtle. There's lots of different little things you could do. And generally, it is far more efficient than anything. Because I could do 4 elifs or just this. So if you imagine what the elif is, it would be the elif statement, another, and the result. Do that again, do that again. So I save on 5 lines of code. And that's for a smaller example. In my experience, when you're using this, you've usually got data sets upwards of 10 possibilities. Or multiple times we use the same data set. So if you think for this code, it saved us, 50%? For a big thing, anywhere from 50 to 90%. Yeah, there are other times it's useful. So I'll give another example. Okay, another example. Which, instead of just printing, will actually do something. Because it isn't just printing you could do. You could have it do a random thing. So you could do variable equals whatever the condition was, or the result, either one works. Okay, I'll do the result. then see, so now it'll turn into the first index, and then I'm still going to think of what we should have it do. We can have it print whatever var is, since it's a string. We have it do it however many times the condition was. So if I've done this right, if I put 2, it should say 2 is cool. Yep, 2 is okay. Nice. You can have it do way more than that, and it is one of, if not the biggest, efficiency saving things that we can do in Python. It's more efficient if you then have it break once you've reached the required condition, because then it goes and doesn't do any of the other checks. So you can just have it break. And to prove it's breaking, we'll still have it. It has to just have it print the condition. List that we're currently checking against. So if we put 3, as you can see, it breaks, and we actually make it way more efficient, both in terms of lines of code, in terms of readability, and in terms of actual efficiency in what commands it's running. So yeah, thank you. Thank you all very, very much for watching the video. I hope you did learn something, especially I hope you learned about the efficiency in Python, as I find it to be one of the most important pieces of learning for Python, because if you can make it efficient, then you also make it more readable. If you can make it efficient, you also make it more understandable, make it efficient, make it more debuggable, etc. Please like, comment, and subscribe, especially comment, because it lets me learn how you learn to make my videos better. Thank you.